was a beast! Ah!
Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Not the Bees, the Nicolas Cage filmography podcast. My name is Megs.
I'm Elizabeth.
And this week we watched 2011's Season of the Witch. It's only got 11% on Rotten Tomatoes, but it's only an hour and 35 minutes long, and it stars Nicolas Cage and Ron Perlman. In the 13th century Villach, 3 women are accused by a priest of witchcraft and are first hanged before being drowned. The priest performs a ritual on the 3 women using a book inscribed from the Key of Solomon so they can never return to life. But one of the women takes on a demonic appearance, sets the book on fire, and hangs the priest. In the 14th century, German Teutonic Knights Sir Bayman and Sir Felsen, played by Nicolas Cage and Ron Perlman respectively, joined the Crusades. After witnessing a civilian massacre during the capture of Smyrna, the 2 abandoned their order and returned to Austria. Traveling through Styria, Bayman and Felsen encounter people infected with the Black Death. They are trying to conceal their identities as deserters, but Bayman's sword crest exposes them. They are arrested and taken to Cardinal D'Ambrose, who is near death from the plague, who's played by the absolute incomparable Christopher Lee. The Cardinal asks the knights to escort an alleged witch who is suspected of causing the pestilence to a remote monastery where monks can perform a sacred ritual to cancel her powers and stop the plague. Bayman refuses, so D'Ambrose imprisons him in Felsen, where they meet the alleged witch, a young girl, who's played by Claire Foy. Both knights agree under the condition that she be given a fair trial and the charges of desertion against them be dropped. The cardinal agrees, and they are accompanied by the priest de Belzac, an altar boy Kai, Johann, the captain of the cardinal's guard, and Hagamar, a well-traveled swindler who will serve as their guide in return for his pardon. The girl shows hatred toward de Belzac while forming a connection with Bayman. The group camps for the night, and when Johann decides to give up the mission to go convince the others to do the same, the girl attacks him, grabs his key to her cage, and escapes. The search for her leads the group to a mass grave where Johann begins having visions of his dead daughter, calling her until he accidentally impales himself on Kai's drawn sword. When the girl is recaptured, she explains that she only ran away for fear of de Belzac. They then cross an old, crumbling suspension bridge where the girl saves Kai from falling, grabbing him with unnatural strength. The group enters the dark forest where Hagamar attempts to kill the girl, only to be stopped by the others. The girl then appears to summon a pack of wolves, which chase the group and kill Hagamar. An enraged Bayman tries to kill her, but is stopped by de Belzac and Felsen, who point their destination on a nearby summit. At the monastery, the men discover that all of the monks have succumbed to the plague. They locate an ancient book of Solomon filled with the holy rituals used to defeat evil. De Belzac begins speaking the ritual used on witches, just as the girl, in a demonic voice, begins recounting Bayman's horror at crusade cruelties. Realizing that she is not a witch, but has actually been possessed by a demon, de Belzac frantically performs an exorcism. The demon possessing the girl melts the cage's metal and escapes while fighting off the knights. When de Belzac throws a container of holy water on it, the demon flies away. As the men search for it, they realize it's not trying to escape, but to destroy the book so that nothing can kill it. They find a room where the monks were making copies for others to use, and the demon destroys the copies and possesses the dead monks to use as weapons. The 3 men fight the monks' possessed corpses as de Belzac continues the exorcism ritual. The demon snaps de Belzac's neck and incinerates Felsen. As Kai continues the ritual, weakening it, Bayman fights the demon and is mortally wounded. Kai finishes the exorcism ritual, and the demon is consumed by holy fire and leaves the girl. Bayman asks Kai to keep the girl safe just before he dies. After their fallen friends are buried, the girl asks Kai to tell her about the men who had saved her. They both leave the monastery with the Book of Solomon safely in Kai's possession. The end. Elizabeth?
Yes, dear.
What did you think of this movie?
Let's be honest up front. This is a bad movie.
Fair.
I loved it.
I love it too. I love it too. There's something so stupidly wonderful about Americanized high fantasy films that take place in Europe. Because they're so bad, but they're also so good. The entire time I was watching this movie, it kept bringing me back to Dragonheart.
Yeah.
It felt very Dragonheart to me. With the exception, and here's my actual only gripe with this movie. there are American and English actors in this movie. Hagamar is played by an English actor named Stephen Graham. He is Hey, It's That Guy in so many movies. I first saw him in the movie Snatch by Guy Ritchie. Also, Claire Foy plays the girl, and she's very English. She played the young queen in The Crown on Netflix. This is what bothers me about it, right? Because I brought up Dragonheart, who is starring Dennis Quaid, who is the only American actor in that movie. Because David Thewlis is in that movie, and David Thewlis be David Thewlising. And Sean Connery was the voice of the dragon, and he's never once in his life even tried to hide his Scottish accent. So that's about the only thing that really bothered me about this movie. But I also loved it. What was your favorite part?
The hair pieces. Nicolas Cage's hairpiece, definitely my favorite part.
Absolutely. I love how sometimes our favorite parts are not even actual people.
No.
Or scenes.
No, I love that Ron Perlman is just being Ron Perlman throughout the whole thing.
Yep.
It's there's Hellboy. Okay. Hellboy is along for the ride. The CGI in this movie is fucking terrible.
Oh my God, it's so bad.
But the makeup is really good. When she first transforms into the demon, that makeup job on her is phenomenal.
Yeah. Actually, I would say that the only CGI that was good in the movie was the human to demon transformation.
Yeah.
The woman at the beginning who was possessed, who killed the original priest in the first scene, when she turns into a demon, when she's in that cage and starting to melt all the iron on the bars, that, and I feel like they put most of their CGI budget into those things.
They put literally all of their CGI budget into the thing. The CGI fire, I understand that fire is very difficult to do CGI wise, but this was abominable.
Yeah, it was really bad.
And then the dead priests are climbing the walls, and the physics are completely wrong, and the proportions of their bodies are fucking wrong, and it just the CGI is just completely terrible. I absolutely adored the dynamic between Nick Cage and Ron Perlman.
Yes,
they had such an easy chemistry. And it really was they were in a buddy cop film for a while. They were just going through the Crusades. And it's just a traveling buddy film for them. And it's great. I liked some of the performances of the surrounding cast. I think the guy that played Kai didn't do a very good job, for example. But I loved who's the first guy that dies? Ackerman or
it's Johann Eckhart.
Eckhart.
Yeah.
He was great.
He was really good. I also think that Stephen Graham was very good.
Yes.
Robert Sheehan is the guy that played Kai, and he was just very young. He's in this show on Netflix called The Umbrella Academy. He plays a character called Klaus, and he's phenomenal. His part in that show is so well acted. So I had hope that it was going to be one of those situations. It really wasn't, but it might have only been his second or third job. I don't know. He is a young guy. How did you feel about the costuming? Because I feel like the costuming was really, really good.
It was really good.
It looked, and here's the thing, the CGI was really bad. So at the beginning, there is a scene where Bayman and Felsen are in the Crusades, where they've joined, and there's this big battle. And the CGI in that aspect is as far as the scene of the battle is not good at all. It definitely, you can tell it's a green screen. But the armor everyone is wearing is very good. It's this weird dichotomy. I don't know. The costuming was great. The backdrop CGIs of that battle, the monastery that they had to take the girl to. Honestly, I think the castle they used for the town that they went to where they got caught and dragged into this whole thing, I think they used the same castle for the monastery. It looks exactly the same. They might have changed a couple of different things. But considering how how low of a score this movie has on Rotten Tomatoes. The movie had a budget of $40 million. It made back more than twice that. Like, it made more than $90 million at the box office. So, like, people saw it.
Okay, so it was a successful film. That doesn't make it a good film.
Oh, yeah. No, absolutely not. This is definitely a good, terrible film.
Yeah.
This is a very watchable, 90-minute romp through, like, witches and demons in the Crusades.
Oh my God. Once again, can we just extol the virtues of the 90-minute film? Can we go back to the 90-minute film?
Yeah.
Where it's an hour and a half, bing, bang, boom, you're in, you're out. You get your, you gotta move it along. You gotta move it along. Yeah. The only people that should be making 3-hour films are Christopher Nolan and the Russo brothers making Marvel shit. Yeah. That's about it.
I agree. I think it's, I mean, especially when you think about, like, the history of film, like, moving pictures was like an hour.
Yeah.
50 minutes to an hour. That was your movie. And I mean, the point of a movie is to tell a short story that engages your audience in a very, like, tremendous way. And, like, 90-minute movies, I love that he does so many projects that are like 90 minutes.
Yeah.
Because they're easy to watch. He does really well in his acting. I also feel like, and I know that we're not done with this project, but we are getting close to the end of, like, his already released catalog. I think we've only got like 10 or 12 items left on our list to go through before 2026's items get added to our list. It's been such a journey. Like, he's so good at creating chemistry with the people that he's on set with. I never, like, when I find movies that I watch of his where his character feels unnatural, it's not in relation to the other characters. It's in relation to the story itself.
Yeah.
For the most part. And this is just another stellar example of his uncanny charisma and chemistry with other people in this industry. I don't know. What would you give the caginess of this movie?
I would give the caginess a solid B.
I agree. I think I would actually give him a B+ if you're cool with that.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah. As far as the film itself, what would you rate it?
Oh, it's like a stinker. It's a C-.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing because this is not a good movie, but it's enjoyable. It's easy to watch. It doesn't have, like, complicated plot lines. Some of the areas are very dark. There's a good bit where they're going through the woods, especially the scene with the wolves. It is kind of hard to see everything going on because it is very dark and everybody's in, like, black and chainmail. But this is an easy romp.
Let us also take a moment to recognize that we get a church desecration.
Oh my God, I completely forgot. We got a church desecration. Amazing. Absolutely. It's been so long. I also think that in the town that they went to, what is it called? Styria or something? Where they meet the cardinal. Can I just say that Christopher Lee's makeup, when he's covered in, like, Black Plague pestilence, is really good. Like, they got one side of, like, the top of his lip, like, stuck up because it won't close anymore. Like,
I mentioned the makeup earlier. The demon makeup was great. The makeup on him was great, and all of the makeup on the dead bodies that they find.
Yeah.
All of the bodies that are dead from the plague, the boils, the disfigurement.
That mass grave,
really good. Is really, really good.
That mass grave they find in the forest the first time that she escapes, and it's just like. It just looks so accurate because it's like a shallow pool of water full to the brim of bodies. And they're in such an array and, like, different, like, aspects of decay, but, like, they look like they're decaying in water. Like, they're slimy, they're covered in algae, and, like, it's honestly quite disgusting. And it was done real. I was like, that looks fucking real.
Yeah.
That looks really real. That looks like I can smell it through the TV. So there are a lot of really good things about this movie, but as a whole, yeah, 100%, it's a C-. This is not a good film at all. So that's going to do it for us on this one. As we said before, it's a stinker of a film, easy watch. It's kind of a fun romp, but not a great movie. We do appreciate that you have hung out with us for as long as we've been doing this, dear listener. We could not do this without you. So if you are enjoying what we're doing, Obviously, if you're still here, we appreciate it, but we are on all of your regular podcasting apps. We're also on YouTube. You can find us on socials on Instagram at Not the Beast Pod. And if you are feeling generous, which is not necessary, but always appreciated, we do have a page on patreon.com/notthebees, but that is going to do it for us this week. I've been Megs.
And I've been Elizabeth.
And we'll see you next time, kids.